welcome to the podcast. It has been a minute, man. It's my first episode back in some months, but I'm happy to be back and I'm happy to have you as a person that's getting me back to what I really want to do. So, I know we sort of recorded something a little bit and then things changed for both of us, right?
I know,
Things
right?
changed. And I think timing is everything, and I think now timing's even better to talk to you and see what you've got going on. For all the people out there that don't know, me and sis have known each other, social media people for a long time,
Mm,
eh? Uh,
yeah.
years now. Like that's how
Blogging
we.
life, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I noticed you were still painting at the time.
Yeah. Okay, so it
Yeah.
was just when. Sorry for dogs. Just when I graduated, college. I think that's maybe when we.
Yep,
Okay.
definitely. And I was
Yeah.
really interested and still am in the exchange between Aotearoa and LA, and you're still there.
Yes.
10 years, Sonia?
Yes.
Is it
And
10?
yep, 10, which is nuts.
Yeah, and a
Crazy.
good reason to connect day and
Absolutely.
talk and just see
Mm-hmm.
what. Yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
So that's sort of how we know each other. Just and I feel like New Zealand's so small, anyways, that you know someone to know someone or whatever the case may be. So, um, yeah, super excited to have you on, and Sissy does so many cool things, and that's why like we've still stayed in touch. And she's an advocate for giving people a platform and giving people a voice, which I really really love. So I'm gonna pass it over though to her so she can intro herself, and we'll go from there.
Kia ora, I'm Elena Martinez. I guess I'm a journalist and content creator. I think started that in 2013. Um, yeah, just working, trying to figure out, starting with journalism, and that's when video stories started coming in. And yeah, the editor at the time, Marcus Stickley, um, I put a camera in my hand, and the intern Alex Robertson taught me Premiere, and I've just been self-taught actually from there. Sis, like back then, there weren't so many YouTube tutorials, but you kind of could, in
Mm,
2013.
yep.
Man, it's going back.
And for real. Yeah.
So yeah, you could start teaching yourself stuff then, and
Hmm.
which was really cool. And it's so exciting now to see how TikTok has moved, like iPod, I what it- moved podcasts and
Mm.
all of that on, and now that we can do this, and it's exciting.
I know it's crazy. Even you saying 2013, like that wasn't that it doesn't feel that far like that long ago. And then I go on
Right.
TikTok and I'll see a lot of the younger generation romanticizing like, oh, I wish I was a teenager in 2026, 2016, or I wish I was in high school. And I'm just like, oh my God, we've reached that age, that time where now like those years they don't really feel that far off. But when you really think about it, like, dang, it's actually been a while. We got kids romanticizing that. Oh no.
Yeah, I'm so glad you brought that up because I've been like quietly in my own bubble being like, I'm getting old.
Yeah, no. I feel even like at work, like the kids will talk about, I don't know, what they ate or when they were born, and like hearing like a
Mm,
2010 or 2006 or something is like, what? That's
exactly.
weird. Yeah,
Especially,
it's a
I
bit
think it
strange.
got me when SZA and Kendrick sampled 30 for 30 from Andre
Oh
3000,
yeah.
right? When that happened, I was like, that's it. I need to go buy a house. I'm retiring. I'm like, yeah, that's my sign.
Yeah, like this is getting a little bit too close to home. I don't know. Yeah, a little too close to home, but that's awesome. So, obviously content creating, journalism, and how did you sort of get into it and sort of walk me through like I guess your journalism journey and then what you're doing now, because it's kind of cool how it all full circled into what you're doing now.
No, definitely. I think journalism I've always done since high school. And I think, when that's sort of a role that your parents do, that's just sort of what you think you'll do. Um, but there was always another side of me that I loved painting as well. And I think poetry and rapping and hip hop and like lyricism and spoken word, and that's all sort of just like,
Hmm.
being a creative sort of whirlwind, I'd say. I also have been a young mum, and so in the past 20 years now, my son's going to be 21 next year. I think the creative, I know, and the creative journey of nurturing and the beauty in a life of how a child evolves, and then you're an artist yourself. Yeah, I think I'm at a point now where it's like all those things are falling into place, and
Hmm.
beginning to make more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit about what you're doing now, and like I know you're freelancing, but what does that really look like for someone like you in terms of like what your the different things that you're working on, or the different things you're taking on, like what does those kind of look like?
Yeah, I think when you have trained but still worked within organizations and businesses where there's rules and there's a formula and there's a way to do things, and then, you know, after COVID and TikTok and the way influencers have sort of changed the media game, and there's no more rules really. So that's been pretty cool, right? To just
Mm-hmm.
figure that out as people that want to make content and share, just
Yep.
whatever it is we're going through, or the aesthetics of stuff. Yeah, especially when you're into fashion and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So yeah, now it's about having the guts to contract and not have a boss. And I think that's why I reached out to you. I was like, let's do this again. Because yeah, being your own boss, but still having the training of, coming from retail as well, or customer service, where you can do both, right? You
Yeah.
can, yeah. How are you finding it as well? Having podcasting on the side, but then still keeping that day job, because the reality is that that's how you kind of have to survive, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I really love it. I think um the company I work for allows me to still be me. Like I think that's why I'm still with them. I feel sometimes in a job where like you got to dress a certain way or act a certain way, and it's really hard to be yourself.
Mm.
And like I'm a huge advocate of um like you don't need to be anyone but you. Like I'm never sort of conformed to, I guess, what I have to be. I just want to be me. And so I really like being in a space like that where I can dress how I want. I can, have an
Yeah.
impact and do it authentically to me. And that sort of transfers to then me feeling okay to want to do all this stuff. It's not like, oh dang, I've got to turn on like a little, I don't know, a little switch because I'm at work, and then I get off and now I can be me and just do what I want. Like they all sort of just go hand in hand. And so to me, I really liked the crossover, really liked being able to have duality within a within a workplace, and then with
Mm.
doing stuff like this. And I think that goes hand in hand with what we're talking about in terms of how now journalism is changed, right? Like you've talked
Mm-hmm.
about, there's no real boundaries anymore, and I think that allows people to just be themselves way more. Like I think about streaming
Yeah.
too, like streamers and YouTubers and things, like we all watching people just be themselves,
Yeah.
and people getting famous and getting rich and changing their life of just being themselves. And I think it goes hand in hand with why you wanted to freelance and do things your own now, because you sort of can, you know.
Yes, and sort of get advice or have a conversation with someone who's also been doing it, because another lane that you've been in is crypto
Hmm.
and Bitcoin. And
Yeah.
yeah, so that's what I mean as well, disengaging from the traditional ways of doing things, because I think for me, being born in 1986, it is still the cusp of old and new. Sometimes it's more old, these
Yeah.
days, but it's still you're still very open-minded to crypto, and there are people, especially, I think dudes my
Yeah.
age, who've really figured it out, and
Hmm.
you as well. So yeah, just not subscribing or conforming, and learning to yeah, go with the
Yeah.
future and the way things are changing, ASIS, like.
Yeah. I think I like that you brought up crypto because I know it can get a really bad rep
Mm.
for a lot of people. Or, oh, so it's crypto people, or oh my gosh, it's a scam, or da and it's like that's just misinformation, right? And not saying that there isn't scammers in there and not fraudulent people, because I think that's what it's like in every type of thing.
Mm.
Um, but I think, yeah, that also goes hand in hand is um the people that are just taking advantage of, yeah, those type of spaces where a lot of people, the normal people, are like either afraid of it, right? They don't understand it, so then it must be bad.
Yeah,
um and
normal
so
people. But
yeah, just normal people. And that's why I love the crypto space. I think it's just, I mean, now it's way more accepted than I think it's ever been before. And
definitely.
it's, yeah, it's such a cool space. Again, it just really goes into where the world is going in now. Like you said, like you've sort of just got to be in it and to win it. I don't know, like you got to be in it to win it. You got to
Yeah.
want to learn.
So I guess for you being in LA, I guess after 10 years, um, maybe would you agree that possibly you see the benefits of it more? You have access to seeing the positive sides of it more than maybe someone who lives in New Zealand? Because you just came home recently, right? So you'd be able
That's
to
it.
compare it.
Yeah, I think there's still a little stigma over here, but I think just because the population's bigger,
Mm.
you have access to more different opinions here too. So, um, and a lot of people too might just be a bit more open to hearing something different. And I think that might just be because of LA. Like LA is a lot of hustlers here, a lot of people grinding, working 3 jobs, right? Like, or trying to pursue what they want to do, but working on the side. Like there's that type of mentality, which I feel like there's a little bit more openness as well that comes with that, because it is kind of unconventional. Um, and whereas when I think of home, which I love home dearly, like equally, maybe it's because things could be a bit comfortable that it doesn't really push people to want more because
Mm.
they're okay with what they have. Um, and that's no one's fault. Like I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just um, it's not like, oh, I don't know if that's, I don't really know I'm hitting with that thought, but I just feel like that might be the mindset is they're comfortable with what they have, and that again, that's not wrong, right? You can have
No,
what you
yeah.
want. Um,
But I
but
think that's a reason why I've dragged feet for ages, because I remember connecting with you about it like 5 years ago, possibly, but now
yeah,
actually, and still being in that position that you said, like, but also as being a solo mom, like just wanting to speak for the other sissies around who must be around, that it's like it's scary to take the risk.
for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think too is like, especially with a space like this where there's not A, B, and C on how to do it the right way, or an
right.
A, B, C how to buy crypto, how to invest in crypto guide, right?
Yeah,
It is scary to take a risk. And then two, you, a lot of the times when you're trying to get this information, you're trusting that a person is going to give you the right information. And let's
yeah,
say they're not rightly informed, or let's say they are trying to scam people and are fraudulent. So yeah, like you do have to do your due diligence and trust people. And then on top of that, not everyone is freely giving out the information because of the stigma that comes with it too, even like
yeah,
back home. So I can see how that also plays a huge part in back people back home wanting to be part of it, because yeah, there is no how-to guide. There is no, you have to
true.
really know the person. You have to know the person
Yeah.
to, you know, like
But do you think that that's part of the filtering system? Because if everyone jumped on it, then wouldn't, what would that look like? But what would
yeah,
you advise? What would you advise for,
yeah.
someone in my shoes?
Um Absolutely. I think you did the right thing. Like you want to ask the questions, and people that want to start. I think the best way to start um is, one, if you know someone that does it and you trust them, 100% pick their brains on it. I
Yeah.
mean, you can do your own research too, because like my brother has made a whole career of cryptocurrency and he taught himself, right?
Yeah.
So you can absolutely do that. But if there's someone that you know in your vicinity that actually has traded or invested in a long time, I
Mm.
say pick their brain. Like, and they're gonna be hopefully be able to direct you in the right way. But for people that maybe have a little bit of information, but like I don't know where to start or how to start or what does that look like. My best advice would be um to just what we call like long-term investing in crypto. And the reason that I say that is because it's not as risky. It's something where you don't have to put hundreds and hundreds of dollars. So there's not that fear of, oh my God, I'm putting this into something I have no idea what I'm doing. Like
Yeah.
you could what we call like dollar cost average or invest in or buy crypto maybe every week per se. So like how do you do that, right? Is um I think back home the best app to buy is Binance. So the best app to use to buy crypto is probably Binance.
Okay.
And so these platforms, these apps, they allow you to buy a certain amount of cryptocurrency. And what's so great about crypto and why I think it's really like the people's investment is because you can invest as little money as you want. Like you could put in
Okay.
five
Yeah.
dollars a week. You could put in $10, right? Like you don't have to put. It's not something like the stock market, which again, stock market's great. I don't think any investment is bad, but it's not something where uh, uh a share of Apple might be $130. Okay, I've got to have $130 to even buy into it,
Yeah.
right? So
Okay.
now you're putting people at a place where they probably don't want to put $130 into something they might not 100% know or understand
Not
how
to
it works.
start with, eh?
Yeah, to start with. But with
Yeah.
crypto, right? Like a lot of crypto is going for cents. Like I could buy one crypto for 10 cents, right? Like
Right.
so that's not a huge risk if you look at it compared to one share of like Apple right? Company
Exactly.
Apple.
Yeah.
Um so starting on Binance, right? And then doing your own research or asking those people that you trust about what are some great investments in crypto? What are some great cryptocurrencies to invest into? And for people starting out, I would say the big ones are the safest, right? Because a lot of people invest in them. You can do easy research on why this cryptocurrency is good or what it does or its purpose, right? So like the Bitcoins, the XRPs, the ETH, like those ones are great to get into because one, everyone's doing it, right? Like it's not like it's a one that you heard about that your cousin's ex-wife created and it's like that could be really scammy, so
Yeah. And you're
that
just
could be
not
scammy.
sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. So you can go onto an app like Binance
Okay.
and put on your credit card or your debit card on there, and literally buy crypto. Like you could
Yeah.
just go on there every week, be like, okay, every paycheck, I'm gonna put $50 aside. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna buy $50 worth of Bitcoin. Now, not one Bitcoin is $50, so you're gonna buy like a minuscule share of a Bitcoin, but you have $50 now in a platform like Binance, and it'll fluctuate with the price of Bitcoin. So let's say
Right.
Bitcoin goes up, that $50 might turn to $75, right? It
Mm.
could go dip down, right? Like, but now it's something that you've invested in.
Okay.
Um, and then you could do that to a bunch of different crypto. And then, so that's what I would suggest for people that
Yeah.
again, don't want to take a huge risk, but want to just get in the space and start.
And
Start with
start
your
to
big.
understand it, right?
Yep,
And
exactly. And
I guess, what would you say for those who are still like, nah, don't care, that's a world that I don't need to sort of worry about? What, going into the future and seeing how it has grown and changed,
yeah.
um, what are those people missing out on? What would I be missing out on if I chose this to be like, nah, I still don't care? Because I really am interested, and the more you hear it, more so it's like, yeah, what would you
Yeah,
say?
I think um it's only going to get bigger, right? Like again, don't
As
like
I
to
can
bring
see.
in I don't like to bring in politics, and I honestly don't have an opinion on what the politics are here, or I'm not going to express those opinions, right? But
Yeah, hard.
unfortunately, the the person that is currently leading America happens to be very very for cryptocurrency. So when you have someone like that is open, that wants to push, understands what this could do, you're potentially missing out on something that, like, you're potentially missing out on Apple before it was Apple, or Nike before it was Nike, or Amazon before it was Amazon, right? All those people that got in on Amazon when it was nothing, or when Bitcoin we could get it for free, it's insane
Yeah.
for them right now, right? Like
Right.
I remember Bitcoin being like 20K for one, and now it's close to what I think 100,000 or 200, like for
Wow.
one. a hundred
Just
thousand,
for
right? I broke $100,000
yeah.
for one Bitcoin. So it's like you not taking the risk is like what could you lose though? Like it's
Yeah.
not, it's only ever getting more accepted. Banks are only ever getting more accepted. Like you could go, there's ATMs, Bitcoin ATMs, there's you can pay using things in crypto now. Like so if that's already been accepted and we have the head government of the USA that's literally pushing for it, right? Like, unfortunately, a lot of countries do follow America to a certain extent, right? It's a very
Yeah.
influential country, even if it does questionable things, but it just is what it is. And so a lot
Mm.
of countries will follow suit. And at the end of the day, like, we have to progress, we have to evolve. And I just feel like that's it goes hand in hand. Everything's going digital. You know what I mean? People working from home now, don't have to go into the office. So it's like people don't like cash is becoming whatever now. Like,
Yeah. And
who
I
even
guess
holds cash? Like,
so it is about keeping up, eh? At the end of the day, that's something I wanted to, like, it's all good. It's like I could paint my pictures and not pay attention to the world moving
yeah.
forward, but to me, I'm like that would be a mistake.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think yeah, adaptability, like that's like anything in life, right? Like the people that survive in advance are the people that can adapt the
yeah.
quickest. Like think about TikTok, right? And just even streaming, like the people that just adapted to that really quick. Like I remember when TikTok took off in 2020 and like those people that were consistently
Mm.
on TikTok right now, man, are making millions and millions of
They're
dollars just doing
laughing.
themselves.
Yeah, and you just don't even see them around. It's crazy, like,
No.
or the reality of it. Like in
Yeah.
LA or even where you work, do you sort of get to see these people that are
Oh,
benefiting from digital lives? Because you
all
don't
the
see it
time.
so much here, eh? Do you? Did you?
Um,
Not really.
No, maybe yeah, maybe because like the influencers and content creators are probably there's big ones in New Zealand for sure. I just probably
We
they
don't
probably just
get
made me Hamilton.
creators fund. We don't get creators fund though. Like even if you're big, you still don't get paid here. You can't get that yet. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't think we see it like you guys are seeing it.
Yeah, because there's no money behind
No,
it,
like even if you're cracking the numbers, you still just can't
so
get
don't get
paid.
money.
No, so that's what I'm saying. Like it just looks different, maybe.
Yeah, you're right. That makes sense, and that's probably got to do with different countries' laws and TikTok trying to, you know what I mean? Like however that works.
Yeah,
I forgot about that. See, yeah,
our
that's a
creatives
different
are
ball
pushing.
game.
Yeah, our creatives are definitely pushing to have creators funds, and I know some people maybe that's why they moved to Australia because they can crack the numbers, but not them. They literally
Oh, okay.
blocked from making money. You know.
That's crazy because like that's a whole nother like revenue for New Zealand to tap into is that type of stuff.
So what does it look
Um,
like there, sis, for people that are
mm,
actually making money off TikTok? What does it look
oh,
like?
it's insane. It's flipping insane. Like a lot of people come into work that are like famous TikTokers, and I literally know because like I'll help them and be like, "Your videos are hilarious. Like just so you know, you guys are funny. You know." And their life literally can change. Like I saw. I'm gonna use this girl as an example because she literally blew up. Um, her name's Ashby. She's like this creator. She's funny. She's actually really hilarious. But she literally blew up overnight. Like she made a little Hamilton skit, just her dressing up like a guy. And she was doing a Hamilton skit, and then like 2 weeks later, she's got over nearly 2 million followers. Um,
Wow.
and so you got to think someone that did that, right? Like she was a graphic designer, or still is, and makes funny videos on TikTok, goes on live, right? You can get paid doing lives. And her whole
Wow.
entire life has changed in like a month. And
Wow.
because you get paid for views, you get paid for how long someone watches your video for. So that's just like one example of something that's happened really fast that I've seen. But I've seen creators because of that monetary, because of the creator fund that allows them to do so much other things. Like I even think of like even like Drewski, for example. Like Drewski started making just funny clips on funny skits on Instagram, to doing lives on Instagram, to then taking that same concept that he did on live and then doing it in real life, and then growing all these different things that he does to build out now reality TV shows. So it's like
Right. Yeah, hard.
that money, right? That money that helps be able to fund your creative
Yeah.
juices, your
It's
creative things.
amazing, actually.
It's
And Twitch,
nuts.
the world of Twitch as well.
Streaming.
Like, bro, like what are streaming numbers like? Just because, like, yeah, I haven't been able to really
Um,
experience it.
it's like that's also insane. I've seen streamers again at my work. They'll come in like big streamers, and I'm like, oh shoot, like they got security guards with them. Like they are literally like
Yeah.
celebrities. They got security guards with them because people, and I think the streaming world is the generation or two lower than us. Like the kids take
Yeah.
streaming very serious, and I think that stemmed from COVID because we were all in the
Mm,
house and all we were doing was watching other people, right? Like we couldn't do anything.
yeah.
And streaming took off, and ever since then, that's what it's just insane. Like these kids, like Kai Cenat, literally he's doing a flip. He does a thing every year called Marthiathon. Um,
Yeah.
for a month straight. He's in the house. He buys a big mansion in LA. He brings out celebrities, artists every night, right? Like he films, he is being filmed 24/7, even in the shower. He has cameras everywhere in this mansion. He brings in a bunch of his people he streams with. And that, like, I can go on right now on Twitch and, like, they're doing something like 24 hours a day for a whole 30 days straight.
It's
And he's
like Big
making
Brother.
millions. Yep.
Whoa.
He's making millions. Like, I think last year when he did
You know what I
Marthathon, he
mean?
made like 30 mil,
Yeah.
something ridiculous.
That's
And
wild.
but
And
it's nuts.
no, this is why I've always loved the exchange with you to be like, you LA, because LA or American culture, just like you said, but hip hop, rap culture has it's a huge influence on hip hop in New Zealand or New Zealand culture and the way we pick it up. Like so like you kind of get to be in terms from a journalism point of view, like eyes and ears on the ground of like the aesthetic cool things for me anyway, with Serum and you know?
Yeah, it's nuts, man. It's a
Yeah.
cool environment to be in because I think what I like is that it just shows you what's possible. And anything's really possible. That's what it's showing me. Like anything can happen. And that's why it comes back to we talk about crypto. If you're not in it, you can't win it, man. Like the same how I feel about social media, the same how I feel about streaming. Like if you don't do it, there's no
Yeah.
chance for you to do anything with it. But you just gotta start. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
And you never know. You literally never know what can happen. That's what I
And
keep saying.
I think for you know on a feminine level, a big part of the barriers for me was a self confidence issue. Sometimes it was like lack of access to technology. That's another
Yeah,
thing. But you know, those things have all sort of changed over the years. Even with things becoming the internet and the way CapCut or editing tools or this app that's recording
yeah.
us. Riverside has become everything's more accessible, eh? So
Way more.
So, sis, do you reckon, like, you know, the way, like you just said, that the president at the moment is
Yeah.
pro Bitcoin and all of these things, like, um, if we want to be in the media, it is about just adapting to these things, and
Changes.
yeah,
Yep. It definitely is. You have to be you just have to be adaptable. And again, if that doesn't you don't care for any of that, cool. You just go with what you go with, right? But
yeah,
if you're someone that wants more, if you're someone that desires more and like or is tired of the situation or is
that
feeling that
part.
these literally avenues, it's more so just you just gotta tap into it. And then I think too once you get older, like me included, right? Starting something new or doing something new is not always like a favorable thing because you feel like you're
No,
starting.
nope,
Yeah,
nope. You're kind of like, man, I thought I did all the work. Now I got to learn a new system.
exactly. And that happens to me all the time. Like, I even like, I want to stream so bad, and like, so many people tell me, like, man, you should stream. Like, I'll watch you stream. You should stream. And it's like, then I think about far out. I gotta do this, that, and the third. But then it's like, wait, but you're saying you want this, but you don't want to like that. It goes hand in hand. You know what I
Yeah. So
mean?
what
Like,
is it for you? That whole, is it imposter syndrome? Because like I've been doing a lot of interviews lately, and it is that understanding that imposter syndrome. It is a hurdle. You know.
yeah.
How's yours?
I think for me, it's I understand how much time it would that's no excuse because there's always time. I think it's just, yeah, like I just have to start and like be okay that I might stream for, let's say, I stream for a day and I don't get anyone to watch me, and then it's like, bro, I just wasted my time. But did I really waste my time? No. So I think it was there. It's like just gotta
Not if you're
start.
enjoying it, right?
Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah.
start.
Yeah,
So
exactly. And that's what we're doing here, I think. And that's what I love about just getting to a space where it's like it's time. We
just
just
gotta do
do
it.
just got to do it. Yeah. So you've
Yeah.
released a few episodes on Ways World, though.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. I have. I think this will be 16,
Beautiful. And
episode
how are you
16.
feeling about the podcast and
I I really love doing the podcast, and um I'm just a little mad that I think at the beginning I like how I want to go about it now is like I don't really want to edit. I just want to post.
okay.
Because that's what was taking up a lot of my time was like, okay, I'm editing an hour and a half interview. Oh
Yeah.
my God, it takes so much time. Like I just want to be able to do it and post it, and it is what it
Yeah.
is and it lives how it lives. And so
I
that's
love
how I
that.
want to take a look, because I think that's also was why I haven't done an episode in like months, was because like I have a couple that I've already filmed that I did with other people, and like I'm like, oh, I just need to post, dude. Why do I worry about this editing thing? Who even cares? Just post the content. Just
Yeah.
post the damn
Right.
content.
And so yeah,
So
I think other people need to hear that too, because I definitely needed to hear that.
post the
Just
content.
just don't edit it. You don't have to be so censored. Some things are cool edited, but
Yes.
other things is, I think the raw honesty and listening to how other people learn, you know,
Yeah.
is so just yeah, let it go. And with Riverside, I think there's all sorts of like info happening here, but is it
Yes.
intended so then is it just a recording platform? Like, do you then, is it for YouTube, TikTok, anything? Or is it meant to be for a certain platform?
It can be for anything. So what's cool about
Yeah,
this app that we're on, I use it because obviously if you're not doing an in-person interview,
yeah,
um, you need something like this, all right, to record the other person. But you can export it and upload it to anywhere. It'll
yeah.
be, again, mostly YouTube because it's long form content. But if it was a shorter thing, you can even, I think it makes clips for you as well. Like it'll has
Wow.
some AI built into it where, I don't know, you see things on TikTok where it'll be like a clip or something, and it sort of entices you to want to watch that.
Mm,
Um, the interview, or like the streamers do it a lot. They try clip a lot of like controversial or like funny things. So then you're like, man, let me go to the full clip. Let me go to try find the full
yeah,
length
yeah.
of that. And so I think this also does that. It will clip things for you. And so you
User
can just then
friendly. Yeah,
post the reels and then promote your content like that because it's already clipped the things for you. But yeah, you can export it and put it anywhere. I usually just do obviously YouTube, and I'll do clips and post it to try promote the episode. But
right. Oh, so
I like
you're,
this app.
yeah, hard. So thank you for introducing me to it. But
No, it's cool.
also, yeah. So are you as well, Wayswell, predominantly YouTube is where you, yeah,
YouTube. I do have
the
a TikTok
space?
as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I do have a TikTok as well. And then, oh, I do have Instagram too. Yeah, I have them
Yeah.
all. I try and do it all at the same time. Like I'll post, if I'm promoting this, like I'll post one clip on each platform to try and get it out there. Because you just
Yes,
never
yes.
know.
Because I was just wondering with content creation as well, have you noticed like are most people moving off Insta because of like there's Twitch and more people are there? And are people getting off Facebook at the moment because of, Israel Palestine stuff? Is that what am I news wise? Like, yeah.
Um, far. I'm probably so out of touch with Facebook, and I know back home we're all still locked in on Facebook. I haven't been locked in on Facebook, so I can't answer that question for you because I'm not 100% sure
Okay,
what the
yeah, we
reason
still
is that
use it
people.
here. Still
Okay, yeah.
definitely using it here.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
still heavy. When I think of Facebook, for me, I go on there to see like people's life updates. Like I'll go on there
Yeah,
and see what
yeah.
my friends getting married.
Fams, eh?
I'll be like,
Just your
damn, they got
cousins, right?
babies. It fills me in on what everyone's doing, that like their life. They always put their life events on there. So I'll go
Yeah.
and scroll a bit and be like, okay, cool. But
Creative
so
space though. Yeah, people have moved away, eh?
yes, Instagram. I think the reason people have started to move, I still like Instagram, but I understand why people have moved more to TikTok and Twitch. Um,
Okay,
Instagram can feel very um unauthentic and
true.
very. I think it's also you don't make a lot of money off. For the people I know, I don't think back home you can make money off Instagram either, right? Yeah, it
Not
sucks.
really. I don't think so.
The people here that I know that make money off social media, they don't like Instagram because Instagram just doesn't pay them a lot of money,
Oh,
whereas TikTok will pay you thousands of dollars. So
wild.
that's why a lot of people have moved off there. But in terms of just people that don't make money off TikTok, don't make money off Instagram, it can feel very, yeah, unauthentic because I feel like everyone's posting. Again, not everyone, because that's not true. Majority of people um will post, you think about like the photos and that, and like sometimes people don't even really look like that in real life, or you don't get the
Yeah.
real.
Parts. Yeah,
And
yeah.
then you go
They're
on
like,
TikTok and people
yeah,
are like flipping in their bonnets and just woke up, and that video gets thousand of views because of being themselves. If you were
yeah.
to post that on Instagram, no one's gonna like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Um, and then I also have a theory about that is because on Instagram, the people now, the way the algorithm works sucks. I actually hate Instagram's algorithm. The only people that are gonna see your content really are the people that um probably interact with your stuff the
Yeah,
most.
on a
So you
date.
might,
Yeah.
yes,
So, as
exactly.
well as someone sort of establishing, but you've also been sort of paying attention for a minute, does that mean, the algorithm has changed because we're expected to boost it and then maybe it will hit? Because that's where I'm at with serum or things like this. I'm like, okay, I've got to maybe pick the one or two to boost and then test and see how it goes. Because I feel like that's the difference for people that have been doing it for over a decade is we didn't have to do that before. You could
Oh,
crack the algorithm by
yes.
being that creative. But now, even if it is brilliant stuff, you see other people, it's like they still have. Is it because they expected to boost it?
Yep. I think it's that. I think now because yeah, like Instagram obviously wants to get paid, right? So they changed
Yeah,
the algorithm. You got to get your content out. Yeah, if you're trying to break past the, I don't know, 500 people that might interact or see your content, to break
yeah,
past that and get to your other thousands of people that follow you, yeah, like you've got to boost it.
yeah. Because even people that I want to see, I don't see either.
You
It's not.
don't.
It's not just me not getting seen.
It's
It's
a
a
two-way
reciprocal
thing.
thing. Yeah, like other
Yeah.
people that have boosted it, I see their stuff, but I'm like, I don't want to see this.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah,
It's just a different world, and
it
it's really
is,
it's
right?
a frustrating thing about it's the frustrating thing about Instagram. It's like, yeah, you got to break that threshold, or like for example, I've seen too sometimes where like, okay, the people that getting the most attention too is like Instagram's. How do I say this in like a correct way? I'll use an example. Like a girl could post a bikini picture, right? It's gonna go
Mhm.
flipping insane, right? It's
Yeah.
gonna go flipping insane, and then the next person might just literally post something very wholesome and like a creative video, right?
Mm.
And it's gonna do probably quarter of the numbers. Like, and this is
Yeah.
just normal people, not people that are famous that have that. Just regular people, but that one will go insane. So it's almost like, okay, Instagram, what are we trying to do here?
Yeah,
Um,
definitely. And how are
it's a
you
little
programming?
questionable. Yeah.
Yeah, the way that the algorithms are programmed. But some of the interviews I've been doing lately, sis, especially with contractors or have these hustles on the side, they need the Instagram. Like we had a
You
thing
do.
here is yeah, because now with the small businesses or the way e-commerce has changed, when people do creative posts or they do get that visibility, then people do book them, say the makeup artists or the
Yeah.
hairstylists and all these side hustles that were born out of COVID, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting because it's like it doesn't have the creative soul as maybe 10 years ago, but it's still so necessary, right?
It is. I agree. Yeah, it's definitely like that.
Interesting.
I also think another aspect of Instagram compared to something like TikTok, right, is um Instagram can feel too cool. Like your own
Yeah.
friends won't like your post, your own friends won't repost, your own friends won't do that. Like, but on TikTok you have access to the world because their algorithm is so different, and the algorithm will push you. Like
Yeah,
it'll
okay.
push you, and you get more love and support from strangers than like Instagram, because
Do we
only the
like that
people.
though? there's a part of
It's
me that
weird.
kind of likes that. It's weird. It is weird. But then it's kind of like that's yeah. Then it's like fair and balanced in a way. I don't know. Like your content maybe is being shown to. Yeah, it's about how do you find those people that do want to yeah
Interact and really like him. Yeah.
yeah with what
I-
you're making.
yeah, exactly. And so
Yeah.
I mean that's why I I like TikTok probably a little bit, but I'm still very heavily on Instagram too.
Yeah. Huh.
But what I found is the people that will interact with my content, and maybe this is what other people that make content or content creators have done, and started to understand that this is how you should funnel is you post consistently on TikTok and you funnel people to your Instagram
Okay.
because um you get to build, right, like you boosting your content on Instagram and doing all this, you're pushing money to get your content out there, but TikTok you do it for free, right? You get those people that you want, or because again TikTok algorithm's very smart, is you're only going to see stuff that it knows you're interested in, that you spend more seconds
Mm,
looking at, that
mm,
you engage with. It then will start tailoring the algorithm to the content or things that you like. And so then you start getting into these little pools of audiences that, oh, man, this is actually the humor I like. This is the style I like. This is the people I
yeah.
like. And
Yeah.
then when you find that community and more people, I feel like interact and want to engage on TikTok, now you can funnel them to your Instagram, right? And I've got a lot of people that have found me on TikTok that will follow me on Instagram, and I've gotten a lot of that. So I feel like
Okay.
that's how people are doing it, funneling them to there. And that
Right.
might not be for everyone, but that's just something
Yeah,
that I've
exactly.
seen um
Probably
as
depends
well.
on the product, eh, as well at the
Absolutely. It
moment, right?
depends.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
100%. So
depends
I
what you're talking
guess,
about.
and I just wanted to share that because at the end of the day, the world is changing, and it's good to know that other people are noticing it and feeling it as as with the content you're making too. There's
Yeah.
these shifts happening because I'm feeling it, but I'm also really enjoying and loving what I'm doing, and even getting people to talk like with the creators sketchbook and getting behind the scenes people to
Mm-hmm.
talk about their process and and I guess the crux of it is being brave, right? To
Yes. Yeah.
do
And being okay with being like just posting the content. Like and this is I'm talking to myself too, because I'm still haven't started streaming. So this is not just this is me
me
telling
too.
myself to just post, gotta post the content, gotta just do it. You just can't care. I think we just need to caring what it looks like. And again, depending on the content, because sometimes if you're doing very creative stuff, then yes, you gotta care what it looks like and gotta care how it's edited. But depending on what you're trying to post, sometimes it's like you don't need all of that stuff all the
Yeah.
time.
All the perfection, I guess.
Yes,
Yeah, the perfection in this level. I guess this, if we're going to embrace the way technology's allowed humans to be more human, then we have to just allow ourselves not to always have to be that perfectionist, right? I think that's the
exactly.
imposter syndrome talk that
Yes. Mm-hmm.
um and I reckon I'd love to keep doing this more with you, like as as we develop and get that
Yes.
confidence. Strange it takes so long.
Far out. I know.
Bro.
I know. I know. No, but absolutely, sis. I think that would be a great idea because this whole world is like very exciting and like I just keep telling people, bro, you just gotta be in it. Gotta be in the social media, bro. You're scrolling on this thing. How many hours you scroll and watch other people
Yeah,
and they're just making money, or for example, people back home, right, that aren't making money directly on social media, but because of the social media, get brand deals or get put
that
in
part.
this or get known by a brand so that now they model for a brand, or that's the
Yeah,
things that can come from it back
it's
home.
true. But yeah, back here it's not, it's you can't make direct money and maybe you're not as in control to have as much autonomy as if you were in countries that did.
Yeah,
But there definitely still is an economy of it here that happens.
absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I think about all the brands, like fashion brands I've seen back home where, right, they need those people that have that social media presence because they understand
Yeah.
the marketing now. So even if you're not getting direct money from, bro, you're getting those opportunities, those doors are opening because you're just posting whatever you're doing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's just you never know what can happen, and then that they need you as much as
No,
as much as you want money, or
100%.
it
Yeah.
goes two ways.
Yeah.
Um,
And so I guess that's an entire different convo in itself, the way
big time.
brands have shifted and they know that the people on the ground are the ones that, and then, yeah, so
That will
I'd
push.
love to just keep doing this with you as we build both
Yes.
of what we're building um, and have the courage to share it. Because even I'm still nervous, but I'm like, I'll just follow Rare.
No, no, for real. And I think so too. Like, I think we should definitely make this more of a consistent thing where we just touch base and be like, talk about things
Yeah.
happening, or whatever. And so, just so that people know, you freelance and you freelance your journalism, you give people a voice, right? Like, before
Yeah.
we close things up, like, just so people really understand, because I'm gonna blast your social medias all on here
Yay.
so they
Um,
can follow.
I guess for me, I Digital Serum is just an online space for, yeah, children of the diaspora and you as well. Doing it in reverse. People come to New Zealand, you were like, "Yep, going to LA," and you went
Yeah.
and you went for basketball. But it's
Yeah.
yeah, just Kiwis in the world being mixed cultures, influenced by definitely rap and hip hop, but also, Maori culture or, Polynesian culture.
Yeah.
Like we live in such a beautiful part of the world, and yeah, so Digital Serum is just about showcasing people in Australasia and the
Yeah.
Pacific and East Asia, where I'm from, and yeah, telling stories, first generation migrants, but also fashion, aesthetics,
Yeah.
art, poetry, and being a voices for our generation. Yeah, people who have, yeah, stories, either helping them tell them or telling them alongside them. And yeah, I guess the richness in storytelling and how it connects people, I'm really for that.
I love that. So, all in all, you do a bunch of cool shit. Nah, you're really for the people. I think that's the main thing. Like, you're really for the people that um might get overlooked, or don't have
Yeah,
a platform back home, or the people that maybe mainstream media sort of will
look over.
go somewhere else. Yeah.
I do you know what's really cool though, just quickly, like since I
Yeah.
started Digital Serum, it's not as hard these days. Like everyone sort of pushed forward collectively over the past 10 years, and it's definitely a lot easier for people who didn't have voices in the past to have voices now. And that's been a collective, watching my mates in South Africa or you in LA or
Yeah.
UK or Australia, wherever they move to, it's made an impact in the world, and
I love
that,
that.
that's what's so exciting for us going forward is that POC voices, women of color voices, like it really isn't difficult as is difficult. Shout outs to
Mm.
Rihanna, shout outs to Beyonce.
Yes.
Issa Rae, like all the people, like there's too many to even, because yeah, we're not losing that fight anymore.
No, not at all. Yep. The world is forever changing and adapting, and yeah, I think it's definitely, I feel that too. So it's kind of a cool, right? Everything has its pros and cons, but it's definitely a really cool space to be in. And
Yeah, as women of color as well,
hmm
it's and not having to conform to someone else's way just to be able to do it our way. Like we can just do our way now. It's like,
exactly.
yeah,
The
people
world is
like the
like that.
younger generations. Maybe if that's one thing I can impart, it's not as hard as it used to be.
No, it's not. I know. I'm very grateful. It definitely is not as hard as it used to be, and definitely more comfortable, um and just who we are, right? Like,
Mm.
it's just so much easier just to be you now, and like, yeah, not
Yeah,
to conform to any standards. It's actually really nice.
it's just way freeing. A bit foreign, but we'll figure it out.
Yes, for real, exactly. But no, this is awesome, and I agree. Let's do this very more consistently.
Yeah, as
Um,
we build, see how the TikTok algorithms want it, pick it up. If
yeah,
other girls out there that can relate to the exchange and yeah, the
absolutely.
experiences, because that's another thing we can pick up on. I think is you're independent woman, you know, like making a way for yourself, you know, in LA like that. There's got to be times where you like want to come home, and we've talked about this before too. But the
Yes.
fight to stay forward and your new job, even like the,
Yep.
you know, there's certain parts where you won't have the answers, but that's the exciting part, right?
Yep. That's what it's all about, eh? Just figuring
Yeah.
it out. Just figuring it out. No, I agree. No, yes, I'm definitely excited to get into that. So I'm already thinking about that. So yeah, let's do it. I'm down.
Yay. Okay. All
All right,
right.
sis.
So
Appreciate you.
appreciate you
Thanks
too.
so much.
Yeah, thank you.
You have a great rest of your day.
You too. So when you stop recording,
Yep.
um, does it just turn off?
Yep, it
Or
does. It does. And
okay.
I'll just edit this
So,
last bit out. But yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah, all
just
good.
so I just boom, and then once it'll load up in the studio, um, and then once it's like fully loaded, all the video together, you can just literally export it out.
Okay. Do you want to collab it on Insta
Yes, for
or
sure. I'll
yeah.
invite you as a collaborator. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I've just started it. I'll link it
Oh,
to you.
cool.
Because can
Okay,
you
cool.
collab on YouTube?
I was trying to think.
I don't think
Let me
so,
see if
eh?
we can. And if
But we'll
not, I'll
just
try and
do it on
see if I can
yours.
send it.
Yeah, but what I think, even if you just, because if you just put it on yours, I'll do an article and then embed the YouTube in the
Oh, okay.
article for just for Serum, and then yeah,
Well, how
um,
about next time we do it off your link and then so you can upload to your YouTube?
okay, definitely,
Like if you
yeah,
want to do that way. And then yeah, I'll just make every TikTok post or every Instagram, or if you do get a TikTok, I'll just make you can just collaborate it.
yeah, yeah, okay. Oh, can you collaborate on TikTok as well?
Yeah, I think you can,
Okay, I'll link
which is
you.
cool.
I've started all of it, but yeah, it's still, we'll get there.
Okay, cool. All
All
right,
right,
dope.
girl. You have a
Exciting.
good rest of your day, though.
Thank you. I'll
Um,
try and try to get this done tomorrow, just since I'm not like editing it really. I'm just letting it
yeah,
rock. I should be able to just boom, be able to upload it
nice.
tomorrow.
No stress, but I'm just keen to write an article, update about your
Oh
podcast,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
share
so
that
I'll wait.
way.
Yeah.
No, no. When yours is ready, I'll put it
Do it
in.
there?
I'll
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So yay. Okay, sis.
All right, sis. Have a great day,
Have a good
okay?
day.
See you
Okay.
later.